All right, so let's talk about safely using a bath lift in the bathtub. So we're here in my bathroom. I'm going to show you how to install a bath lift, how to use one safely, a couple safety precautions you should take. Now, you should first, of course, talk with your doctor, make sure that baths are okay and that they feel like a device like this is safe for you to use. You could also consult with an occupational therapist who could also advise you about the safety of using a bath lift based on your particular situation. So to install this one, this side you've got suction cups. So of course, this is the side that will go down and you want the pivot point to go back towards the back of the tub. Okay. First, place the base in the tub. Then you want to give a good press. Make sure you got those suction cups seated properly. Okay, so that's good and stuck. You want to raise up your seat back. Also, I want to talk to you about safety of using these. First of all, you always want to install it and make sure it's secured properly according to the manufacturer's directions. As I showed you with this one, we made sure the suction cups were stuck good and that it's not moving around. You also want to know the weight capacity of the unit you're using. This one has a 300-pound weight capacity. Just make sure you do not exceed that weight capacity. And of course, this is an electrical device. Although this part is waterproof, always keep your electrical parts away from water. So the good thing about this one from MAIDeSITe is this is your charger. Of course, you'd have this away from the tub in either another room in the house or another part of the bathroom. And then you can disconnect your remote, take this with you. This is where the battery is. And then plug this into your charger in the other room in the house. Then just bring it back and reconnect it when you're ready to use it. That'll save you or your caregivers from having to pull this in and out of the tub quite so often. You should also watch for pinch points. Make sure that you're keeping your fingers and body out of anywhere that's going to pinch. Now, this one made by MAIDeSITE has got a lot of good features. There is no pinch point. This is all smooth. This is all one piece rubber here. There is no pinch point here. This is all sealed right here. So your main concerns with this one would be you wouldn't want to have your hands underneath when this thing is going up and down, just to help prevent an injury. Always make sure that you are properly seated in the center and feel balanced before you lower or raise yourself, just to help reduce the chances of a fall. Also, this should be clean and sanitized after each use. If you've got a handheld shower head, which I always recommend, you can give it just a quick hose off once you're finished. That'll rinse away any soap and just help keep it clean and fresh. On this particular model, if you ever need to give it a really good thorough cleaning, this pad is removable. These are like rivets. So you push these from the back and then pop those off. And then you can take this off and clean it real good. And then just snap it back into position when you're finished. You should also inspect it regularly, test it regularly, like you should any mechanical equipment, just to make sure it's in good working order. Always have someone on standby when you're transferring on and off this. That way, in case of a fall, someone can be here to assist. If you do normally need assistance with transfers, you should continue to use that same assistance when transferring on and off of the bath. And as a part of that, you should also never use the bath lift when you're home alone. If you don't require a lot of caregiver assistance, still make sure someone is in the house so that if something happens, you can yell for help and they can come in and help you at that point. Another thing to think about is when I sold these back in my days working for home medical equipment companies, I had a patient one time whose wife was concerned that her husband often fell asleep in the bathroom. So if that's a concern, you might want to even consider using some sort of flotation device or even a life vest. If there's some sort of medical condition that might cause them to fall asleep while using the tub. And finally, always check to make sure that your system has proper power before lowering yourself into the tub of water. The last thing you want is to be lowered into a tub and then end up in a bathtub full of cold water because you don't have enough power to raise yourself back out. That's another reason it's always a good idea to have someone available and at the house anytime you're using your bath lift. So I hope you found this video helpful. If this was helpful, please give this video a like and share it on your favorite social media. Also, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe to the channel for content like this. Until next time, happy soaping from Graying with Grace.